Excellent. You know,
Most excellent.
I was looking at our little topic thing that we usually utilize to keep our shows organized, and I saw a purple you know cursor, and next to it I thought the name said anonymous N word. I was about to say, what is Google Drive becoming racist? That's crazy,
Would we be surprised if AI just
I would
magically
be
turns racist?
I
bro.
wouldn't be surprised.
Probably a little bit. I would
AI is
probably a little
racist.
bit. Like, just being honest, like, you can only be as racist as the people who program the stuff. So at that point, I need to find out who's making this stuff. Anyway, so in case you didn't know by reading the title of today's show, today we are going to talk about the GTA 6 problem. So um one of the issues that GTA 6 has is that GTA 5 is still making insane amounts of money. And it's been more than a decade. It's been 13 years that GTA 5 has been out. GTA 6 is now looking at being one of the most expensive games ever. Like, you could literally buy Aston Martin as a franchise or as a deal, like, overall, its company net worth is worth less than the actual cost to make GTA 6. And at the same time, people are still questioning whether or not we even own our games anymore, or if we're just spending money to rent. So we got a lot to talk about today. So stay tuned because we'll get into all of that. But first, I want to take time to introduce our cast. So here with us we have Mr. Hustle Simmons and Mr. Ryjan.
What up?
You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. Most of my TikTok stuff is start button stuff. So definitely, if you see me there, add, say what's up, comment, like, all of it. We appreciate and love the interaction. And I'm also going to say, welcome, everybody. We have a question of the day, which is usually how we always start our shows off. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. Our questions of the day be fire because we be talking about our question of the day for a good 45 minutes to an hour because you know I
It be like that
thinking
sometimes.
That's how I turned to a
I be
topic.
thinking of some heat. So now, since we're on the topic of thinking of some heat, right? Yesterday I came up with a question, and this is one it's gonna be a thinker. So I'm gonna need some real thought behind this one. You ready? What era do you think was the golden age of gaming? The real golden age of gaming.
What are we constituting the era? Like a specific console
Let's
generation?
go with
Or-
console generations as
Okay.
eras.
'Cause I wasn't sure if you meant like specific, like set of years or something like that.
I mean, it's easier to do console generations because if we do it by console generations, then we don't have to kind of figure out what was out in such and such said years. So let's just go by console generation. Like, and when I say golden age, I mean like probably the best generation of gaming to date.
Best
I think my honorable mention, like a gold age, is PS1. Not specifically like saying like 64, because PS1 was its
Yeah,
own beast
that
compared to like PS1.
that era.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
64, PS1, original Xbox. No, GameCube, PS1, original Xbox.
Just PS1, because it was GameCube, OG Xbox, PS2 in that same generation. But I would say honorable mention because how many RPGs,
Oh, then it was.
games, franchises. But I might actually say this might be surprising. I probably might be the PS3 360 generation, Wii generation.
The PS3, Wii, 360.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's when we got true online gaming for console implemented. We had a staggering amount of new timeless franchises that like Left 4 Dead, Portal, Mass Effect, also big titles, Halo 3, God of War 3, like Street Fighter 4, the relaunch of Mortal Kombat, like going fighting game wise. God, what else we had? That was kind of when like World of Warcraft was like at its peak. Like if we're going to go like MMO time, um, that's when Steam came into its own. Like if we're also counting handhelds, that's when we had the 3DS really taking off too. Like I think just like everything came together between online variety of games, accessibility, like we still had strong co-op at that time too. I would say that was the last generation we had good co-op too. Like after it seemed like PS4, Xbox One after that, it kind of like
Yeah, everything
fizzled
kinda
out. Of
just
like
petered off.
that's when we had peak Call of Duty. That's when we had like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1. Like that's my argument for that. That's what I would
Well,
say.
in Modern Warfare 1, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Hustle? I'm not gonna like my answer.
I'm gonna have to say the PS2 era.
PS2
Yeah,
era.
Devil May Cry 3 that came out during that era. You had Tekken 4.
All first three Devil May Cries.
Yeah, all first three Devil May Cries. You had Tekken 4 and
Yeah,
5
God of
come out
Wars.
during that era.
God of War
You
1 and 2.
you had the PSP come out during that era too. Let's not forget that. Same with the DS that came out during that time as well. So you had all these banger DS games, all these banger PSP games. Let's see. We had Monster Hunter Portable. That was like our drug. If you're from the Jersey area and you were around like the South Playfield type area during that time, and Monster Hunter Portable was out, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah, God of War. Let's not forget that. That was like a big hack and slash era as well, too. If you really think about that. PS2 was also that was GameCube, right?
Yeah, PS2, GameCube, OG Xbox, and then
And,
start of the
OG
DS,
Xbox.
and then start of the DS and start of the PSP.
Yeah. OG Xbox. You had so many great games. You had Project Gotham Racing. You had the beginning of Forza, right? You had Halo. You had Conker's Bad Fur Day Reloaded or Conquer Reloaded. That was pretty great. If you didn't play that, you missed out. That was great.
Jet Set Radio Future.
Jet Set Radio. Ooh, yes. Jet Set Radio Future. That was another one too.
Otogi 1 and 2 on Xbox.
Togi 1 and 2, which
And
FromSoft, hey,
if you're going hack and slash, also Genji on PS2.
Genji, Shinobi. The Shinobi reboot that came out on PS2 with the long red scarf and shit. Ninja Gaiden. That also had I forgot the Ninja Gaiden reboot came out during that time too.
That was
Gaiden
2004.
1 and 2. 2 was also on Xbox, right? Original?
Yes, Ninja Gaiden 2 was also on OG. Wait, no, that might have been
Yes,
360.
it was.
So you're going with PS2.
No, 360.
PS2.
Ninja Gaiden 2 was 360, just to clarify.
Okay. Hold on. And
Alright,
I'm trying to think.
Mr. Tone.
One more time?
What's you did for a second. What's your
Oh, GameCube, Metroid Prime.
Understandable.
Hey.
Understandable.
Like, man, you got Metroid Prime, Mario Sunshine. You got, oh my god, what else is on GameCube? You got Smash Brothers. You got Smash. Like, Melee is still held in high regard this day. I don't understand it, but for y'all Melee dudes out there, that's when that came out. There's so many solid franchises that came out during that time that I feel like that is the golden era.
Okay.
In my opinion.
That's fair. So for me, and I don't know if I'm dating myself, but to me, the golden age of gaming was Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. The reason why I say that was the golden age of gaming for me is because during the Sega Genesis Super Nintendo era, you basically had the most people that you ever had converting into gaming. Like video games at that point were not a commonplace, but they were a commodity, right? But you had already established franchises that came off of the Sega Master System and the original Nintendo Entertainment System. And those franchises were things like Mario and Sonic. And so we started getting our Legends of
Yeah.
Zelda. Like we started getting our Legends and they started actually making stride. Like I never owned a Super Nintendo, but I know that I was upset that I never owned a Super Nintendo because they started introducing things like Yoshi, Kirby, Donkey Kong. Like that was the basis and the foundation of a lot of the things that we have currently. So, like, that was what brought a ton of people like myself, like both of you guys, into games and
Yeah.
it created genres. Like, and if you had one, you were like literally the cool kid. By the time we got the PS2, if you didn't have one, you were a pariah. Like if you did not have a video game console of some sort in your house, you were a pariah.
Or you were really poor.
Same thing. I mean, you know,
A pariah, if you will.
Yeah.
like they're what they're doing is they're chastising you in school. You don't got a PlayStation. You don't got do you got an Xbox? Do you got a DS? Do you got anything? So you don't have video games?
It's like, what you got? It's
That's
like,
crazy,
I got,
bro.
it's
You
like,
don't have no video
it's
games.
like, you don't got
You
nothing. It's
never
like, I got
played
Street,
Pokemon. Like Pokemon came out in 1996, bro.
you got Street Fighter on Tiger. That's what you got.
Right. Like I'm talking like and again during this Super Nintendo Sega Genesis era, which back in 1996 when Pokemon hit, you know, you also had the Game Boy.
Damn.
Transitioning soon into the Game Boy Color. And so while you're in this generation, you're getting things like Game Boys, you're getting things like Sega CD, you're getting things like Virtual Boys, you're getting things like the 32X. The gaming cycle or the gaming platform generation was significantly longer. So you had a lot more time for games to be developed without you feeling like you had to go and buy a new system. You know, and if you wanted to get system upgrades, like going from 16-bit to 32-bit was a big step on Sega Genesis because you get yourself
Yeah.
a 32X and all of a sudden your Mortal Kombat feels way different instead of like them grainy realistic looking pictures on the screen. Like now you actually getting some depth, you know. Now your games are playing a little bit more, and that was the transition to 3D and polygonic gaming as well to me.
Shout out to Sega's
So-
engineering team, though.
Right.
The way that they squeezed every little bit of juice out of that Genesis,
Exactly.
all of a sudden you can do with it is like, yeah, no, you will never see that again from a company. ever.
Bro, them making the first disc-based system that had some manner of success, to my knowledge, with Sega CD was crazy. Like Echo the Dolphin was revolutionary, you know, and then like after that, disc-based systems became a commonplace. So
They were the originators of that. It would have been Nintendo would have beat them to the punch had they not split off from Sony. We
I don't
have-
know that that's the truth.
That is the truth.
When was the
So-
when was the Sony Nintendo? When was the
Well,
when was the
Sony was working
Nintendo
on the-
PlayStation supposed to be like released? Because I
That
remember
was
it
supposed
being-
That was supposed to be that. If I recall correctly, it was slated for release potentially late '95, early '96, around when the PlayStation came out.
Yeah, when
But
did
they-
Sega CD come out?
Sega CD was like '94 or '91? No, '91. That was '91.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't realize that early. Yeah, Japan
Okay, well,
'91.
I
Yeah,
gotta
Japan '91.
remember it. Yeah.
Japan '91, North America '92. However, yeah, but no, that was a thing. Nintendo did hire Sony to
Absolutely.
to
That
make
was-
the
But I think that,
based console, but then they had a disagreement on specs, what format, like all this jizz, and then Sony split up. Sony basically split off because they like Nintendo didn't have any like trademarks, so like they were Sony was kind of just like
Nintendo was like, nah, we don't want to do this.
no, but then Sony was just like, we already did like 60% of the
We
work,
did like so much of the work. Might as
so
well.
we might as well finish.
They created a monster. You know, And so
Nintendo
that's
made
what
their
I'm
own
saying.
enemy. They made
They
their
did.
own Ultron.
They literally did.
Yes, it's literally Iron Man Ultron.
Well, comic accurately, it'd be Hank
Hank
Pym.
Yeah.
But yeah,
True. Yes, but I was I'm going based off of
On
the, you
MCU.
know, the movies because that's what most of the
Yeah.
current generation would be familiar with.
I mean, I do like that rewrite more than I do Hank
Hank
Pym,
Pym.
to be honest with you.
Because Hank Pym, that would mean this is about to sound crazy. Comically, in the comics, Hank Pym is probably the largest terrorist of the Marvel universe.
No.
I'm willing to say Reed
On the good guy
Richards,
side.
but I want to say the biggest threat, good guy wise, is still Reed Richards, in my opinion. I'm not saying that because I'm a Doom fan.
I was just it's no Tony Stark's the most dangerous good guy.
I-
Superior Iron Man, that whole run.
Yeah.
He's like, hey y'all, I figured I could just make the world better. He's like, oh, how you gonna do that? By making you all listen to my, like how I think the world should be. Like that's kind of messed up. Oh, that sucks. Legion of fucking like Iron Man.
Oh yeah, he was tripping
put
during
the Earth
that.
under martial law. I was like, yeah, nah, Tony Stark's a menace.
When I say Hank Pym is because he was creating things that turned into like ultra villains.
He did it one time. just because it still comes back around decades later doesn't mean
That's a pretty big fuck up. That's a massive one.
It is.
Like was it?
It
not
was just
Hank Pym?
one time.
Where did King the Conqueror come from?
No,
Where did King the Conqueror come from?
Kang is a distant descendant of Reed Richards, actually.
Yeah.
Reed Richards.
Nathaniel Richards is like his guy.
Okay. Now, where was Kang first discovered?
Oh, you're going to have to go back. Roll back decades in my knowledge. Kang's first appearance was that Secret Wars?
I think it was
OG Secret Wars back in like late 80s? I have to look it up.
But yeah, anyway, like that's a minor, you know, comic aside.
Like
The whole
60,
fact of
God damn.
Yeah, that's a minor comic aside. But the fact of the matter is that yeah, Nintendo created their current.
Hey, babe.
They built it. They did it.
Yeah.
They started this whole Sony gaming division. Because Sony was just in the hardware at the time, you know, and Sony still excels at making hardware. Typically, software wise, we always know Microsoft is going to edge them out. That because Microsoft is a software company.
Ironically enough, if you look at it like this, right? The only reason that we have an Xbox is because of PlayStation, right?
Correct.
So technically, Nintendo ended up creating Xbox and PlayStation.
That's what I mean by like they created their biggest rivals.
Had they just
all because they were trying to shut down Sega.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy when you think about it like this. Had Nintendo not had that scuff with Sony, PlayStation and Xbox would never exist. And Nintendo would probably still be just the most dominant gaming company. They'd be the only gaming company, probably.
But Sega would also have not run themselves into the ground.
The problem with Sega is, as innovative as they were, I think it cost them way more time, money, development of,
and they were doing it too fast,
doing add-ons too fast for the Genesis versus seeing where the technology trends were going.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the add-ons that really got them. It was releasing the Sega Saturn right into the Dreamcast.
Well, it's because of how badly what I was getting at is if they didn't put so much time into this CD and the 32X and Sega Channel in those three, like those, let's see, Genesis was what, 89, 90, whatever it was, those years leading up to the Saturn, they could have had more time to put more R&D into the Saturn.
True.
To make it not as expensive. Because I was going to kill the Saturn because back it was $600 back in the mid 90s. And then the PS1 comes. Then the PS1 came out what?
$300, I think.
350, 400, whatever it was.
Yep. I thought it was $300.
Maybe. Yeah, no, you're right. $300. Yeah. So you had something that was just as comparable to the Saturn for half the price.
Yeah.
with a bigger library within 6 months.
within no time.
Yeah.
PlayStation, and they gave out demo discs because they wanted people to be able to see.
PlayStation
You got demo discs.
Magazine.
You got demo discs with your magazines. For Game Informer,
That's what I'm
PlayStation
saying.
Magazine gave you demo discs. Like Saturn, you had to like hope the Funko Land had a Saturn hooked up to try it out. But our Funko Land on 22 didn't have a Saturn hooked up. I remember that. They had the PS1, Super Nintendo, Genesis all hooked up, but didn't have Saturn. So no one knew what it'd do. And you had to either had to go into a KB Toys or
It
a Toys R
wasn't
Us
available that
and
like
just
that either.
hope you had a good purchase with the Saturn. And the Saturn
I
wasn't
ended
a
up-
bad console at all. It was just there was barely any games and it was expensive.
I ended up getting PlayStation Magazine because of him, because of Raijin. Because he was talking to me about the Armor Core demo, and I was like, all right, well now I have to get my mom to hunt down the magazine so I can go get the demo disc.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so
Shout out Software Etc. because they had all the magazines compared to other game stores.
Oh yeah, they did.
with all that logic, that's why I think that Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis era was probably the golden age of gaming. And that's not to mention the actual games that we received on that platform. But like, I already, since we posed the question, we already answered what made this the best era to you. But for the era you chose, in your opinion, what were the top 5 games?
Top 5 games. All right.
I'm trying to be objective.
Without looking up ratings or anything like that, we just going on straight off vibes.
Trying
Top
to be
5
objective.
games. You said honorable mention was PS1, but you said PS3 era, right?
PS3, 360, original Wii, yeah.
Oh,
Mass Effect, no particular order. Mass Effect 2, Halo 3, Last of Us. I'm trying to remember everything that came out in that generation because it's a lot. As much as I love, I'm trying to be as objective as possible.
I'm just saying.
Portal. And I'm between 2 of Metal Gear Solid 4 and Modern Warfare 2 for my last pick. Maybe one of those is an honorable mention. Like if I was to do top 5, that would be my top 5 and honorable mention.
Yeah, I think Modern Warfare 2
trying to be objective. Like,
yeah, I think Modern Warfare 2 is going to be, because Metal Gear Solid 4 was a great game and visually stunning, like probably the most impressive. Oh,
that scene though at the beginning.
Hold on.
Actually, I was thinking about it. I just thought, remember Uncharted 2 is also on that list. Twilight Princess is in there.
You're missing a big one.
Super Mario Galaxy's in there. I'm missing a lot of shit. Like
What?
talking top 5 and it wasn't GTA 5?
Oh no, that's why I say like GTA 5. All right, we do my list: GTA 5, Mass Effect 2, Modern Warfare 2, Halo 3. Did I say Last of Us?
You did say Last of Us the first time.
Yeah. Well, I'm redoing it.
Wait, GTA 5 over 4? That's technically same generation.
GTA 5 made more money.
4 had the better story and better.
Still going.
That's the online. That's not the single player.
I'm just saying it sold on 3 consoles.
Hold on. Are we Wait, are you saying that the GTA Online and GTA 5 are now are technically? I get technically they are the same game.
5 to get GTA Online.
I get that technically they are the same game, but are we talking single player, or also online is included in
the game in general?
If you want to pick games from this generation, make this your golden era generation.
I'm just talking the game in general. Like the whole fact of the matter is
again: GTA 5, Mass Effect 2, Last of Us, Halo 3,
Modern
Warfare 2. Like,
okay.
True.
Yeah, I was just talking, GTA 5 as a game in general because.
But no, there's like that. That's what I mean. That generation has so much of stuff. Like even when you think of the underrated stuff, I didn't even talk about Xenoblade or Twilight Princess, or Last Story, Pandora's Tower,
Any of the Assassin's Creed.
any of the
Oh,
Assassin's
that's
Creed
right,
games in
yeah.
that generation. As much as
That
I
was
want to
the
put
first
Assassin's Creed, as much as I want to put
PS3 was
Assassin's
the
Creed
first
2 in
time we
that,
saw Assassin's Creed.
as much as I want to put Assassin's Creed 2 in that list, I'm like, nah, these games were bigger and more impactful.
You got big competition from there. Yeah, I agree.
You got
and that's not even mentioning Gears.
yeah, I didn't mention Gears, Left 4 Dead, like Team Fortress 2, like Battlefield, the relaunch of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Wasn't that also 2142 as well too?
I think
142.
2142 is it's only on PC. There was
if you
Battlefield,
want to
there was
count it in that
Battlefield,
generation, you can. but-
there was for console, there's Battlefield Modern Combat, and there was Battlefield 2 had an Xbox port, I think. But
Yeah, you and I used to do the car bomb
Yeah,
thing.
but Battlefield Bad Company was
Bad Company 1 was Bad Company 1 launched on 360 PS3, and then
Yeah, what I'm saying is Bad Company 1 and 2 were the big hits.
in that
Or-
both of them in that same generation too.
Right.
We also have other stuff a lot of people love. Like a lot of people love Army of Two. That was that generation. Saints Row 3 is that generation. Like there's so much in that damn generation. Like I can literally just go a whole day just remember like, oh yeah, that was that generation. Like you said, Infamous 1 and 2. That's that generation. Little Big Planet started in that generation. Like there's a lot. There's so much.
It really
Most-
is.
Most of the Kirby games came out in that generation.
See, you're
Metroid
giving
Prime
us,
3 is that generation. It's like,
yeah, you're giving us a ton of games.
Yeah.
And like, if you want me to be honest, I'd argue that we get something comparable now.
but we are getting this generation has been
Pretty
Been
good.
kind of
Very good
impressive
stuff on
that we have been getting as much as we've been getting as far as good games, because all we hear is, oh, there's nothing to play. Oh, games aren't even good anymore. And I don't
I
think
like
that
letting
that's-
people self-report themselves when they say that.
Yeah, like I don't think that's true. I don't think that that's actually accurate. Games are good. It's just that they're missing something that they used to have. And to me, I think that a lot of games are missing that replayability that they used to have. Like, for instance, with the era that I stated, there was no memory card, there was no save. You had to replay your games over and over again.
Well, Super Nintendo and Genesis started having the RAM chips, but we had all the RPGs on Super Nintendo. Yeah,
Right.
and also even Genesis, like you had Beyond Oasis had saves, Phantasy Star,
Yeah.
Crusader, Ascenti, Sword of Vermilion, like all those.
But
games.
your normal, like your most common games, that
Yeah,
like
Sonic didn't have saves yet
No.
until
Yeah, like-
Sonic 3.
Mario didn't have saves, like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't-
Mario World did.
yeah, Mario World. I was talking about like Super Mario 3. you know,
Oh yeah, no.
stuff like that. Like, also, what about you? Top 5.
Top 5, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. That to me, I still think is the best version of Street Fighter overall.
You
with
went
the
with
best-
PS1 era, right?
No, that is PS2.
No,
PS2.
I had to look it
You
up.
were PS3.
Well,
You were PS2. Okay,
Things
got it.
started
It came out on
started
Dreamcast.
yeah, and they got ported to PS.
But yeah, but it came out on Xbox and PlayStation 2.
Yeah, my face went weird because I
It's
thought
that
you-
weird gap of like
Yeah.
because the Dreamcast bridges. I don't know where the Dreamcast fits in because it's like it's a gap between generations. but
It was a year before.
graphically-
It was 10 months before. 9 months before the PS2 came out. So it's like technically the
It's still
Dreamcast
that
was
era.
the start of the
Yeah.
generation. I would say.
Yeah,
yeah, still that era.
yeah, because it's graphically on par with the PS2 and Xbox. So
That's fine. That's still that
yeah,
era.
okay, well, it fits to that.
Because
Right.
it was end of, obviously things come out at different times, but like
Yeah,
if the brunt of your games for this console are coming out during the same time that other consoles are out, then I would say that it's that era, because it was within a year of the PS2 launch, and the 360 launch was within a year of that too. So no, didn't 360 come out after the PS2?
So Dreamcast is 99, PS2 is 2000, GameCube and Xbox were PS1 2001.
Yeah, so that's all one generation to me. Like they're all
that's
the
all.
same.
That
So
is one
Dreamcast counts.
generation. That's one generation.
Yeah, Dreamcast counts.
Jet Set Radio. Yeah,
Jet
that's
Set
Jet
Radio.
Set Radio. That's another one. Devil May Cry 3. San Andreas. Ooh, this last one's just so many.
What was your first one?
He said
I got
Third Strike.
three.
Third Strike was first. You
Street
said
Fighter
Third
3,
Strike.
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 Third Strike. You said Devil May Cry 3. San Andreas. So you've only said 3. You got 2 more.
No, I said also.
Devil May Cry, San Andreas, Third Strike, and
I said Jet Set Radio.
Oh, Jet Set Radio. Okay, so that's you got 1 more.
I'm torn. I'm torn between 2 games.
Top 5.
Now wait.
Between-
Now wait. Jet Grind / Jet Set Radio or Jet Set Radio Future.
I love them both. You know what? I'm about to say Future. Because Future did advance a lot of things from Jet Grind Radio. So that's the Radio Future. I'm torn between Wind Waker. Because I really do love Wind Waker. Wind Waker and Tony Hawk Underground. I think I'm gonna go.
I'm surprised you didn't say like.
I was gonna say
I'm
your
not
list
trying.
does
I'm
not
not trying to
count
sway, but I'm surprised you didn't say like God of War 2 or
original God of War.
Yeah.
or Metroid Prime 1
That pushed.
or Beautiful
Metroid Prime
Joe
2.
or Beautiful Joe or like
Oh, yeah, Beautiful Joe was there.
or God Hand or something like that. Like there's a lot
I
of
was
stuff.
torn between a lot because there's also Resident Evil 4 as well in that whole
Oh no,
generation.
yeah. Actually,
So,
no.
like-
I might have to like bogart your list and be like, you have to put Resident Evil 4 in that list in the top 5. I'm sorry. Like I wasn't even thinking that. I might have to take a vote. Like you might have to put RE4 in that list. Like, like
I think I'm gonna have to fix that list a little bit.
I think RE4 has to be in there. Like
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to replace. No, I can't do Third Strike. I can't replace Third Strike. I can't replace Third Strike. Third Strike is the quintessential Street Fighter game. I'm sorry. Listen, I've played every single iteration of Street Fighter. Third Strike is still the perfect version of Street Fighter. I don't
No
care what
Tekken 4?
anyone has to say about it.
No Tekken 4.
or Tekken 5.
That is true too.
And Tekken 4 is where all of the graphics changed.
Yeah. That is a solid ass Tekken. 5, I think, elevates it even more.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
our
don't want all my list to be fighting games because that's literally
That's
the fighting
true.
game era. I'm sorry.
That's why
That
I
is-
try to like approach mine as like the most impactful variety of genres of games when I did my generation.
All right, I'm gonna take Jet Set Radio Future and replace it with RE4. There's so many. I feel like we need a
Oh
top
god, I just realized I have to fix my list too. I forgot Red Dead Redemption.
10. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so mine is San Andreas, Resident Evil 4, Street Fighter, Third Strike, San Andreas,
You said that already. You said San Andreas, Resident Evil 4, Third Strike,
Wind Waker,
Wind Waker. Got one more.
DMC 3.
All right. What's your top 5 tone for your Genesis, Super Nintendo, I guess like Game Boy Color era?
Let's see. That's too late. All right. You ready?
Okay.
Sonic 2.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm just keeping track of the list, like the numbers.
Okay. Toe Jam and Earl. Chrono Trigger. Super Metroid. And Castlevania Bloodlines.
Oh, that boy cooking. All right. All right. I can't even argue that list.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't go for the obvious action side scroller game, Mega Man X.
I could have, but Castlevania kind of, like
I know.
they're
I'm
called
just fucking.
Metroidvanias.
I
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
I'm just fucking you. That's why I was like, is that this man? Ain't
But
do
which Mega Man X though?
My favorite is X3, but I can see there have
Oh my
been many
God.
complaints over the years about it that are some valid. I still say most put together X game on Super Nintendo is X2.
And the only reason I didn't mention
Mhm.
games like The Lion King,
X3 is
Batman
my favorite.
Forever, Batman and Robin, Aladdin, etc., the Disney games and the movie games and stuff, is because while they were good, or even like Maximum Carnage,
What?
like the old Spider-Man games, what was it? Spider-Man and Venom, whatchamacallit, Showdown, or
Separation anxiety.
Separation Anxiety. There it
yeah.
was. The Road Rashes, the Altered Beasts. Like, there were some hits, but like these games right here, Chrono Trigger is regarded to this day as one of the best RPGs of all time.
Yeah.
Also, Final Fantasy 6 is like right there with it. For
Yes.
me, my favorite RPG on
Kefka.
Super Nintendo is
Kefka.
Earthbound's my
Kefka.
favorite Super Nintendo RPG. But the reason I didn't pick that generation is because for me, I would have just straight up picked like probably 4 RPGs in Super Metroid on Super Nintendo. Like,
Yeah, but
because
I didn't own a Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
so like I was trying to get a balance, and I didn't even get to mention like Donkey Kong Country, or
Yeah.
what's the Yoshi
Yoshi's
game?
Yoshi's Island. Yeah.
Yeah, Yoshi's
Yeah,
Island.
I didn't pick the PlayStation era because the PlayStation 1 era, because that would have just been nothing but Squaresoft games.
Oh yeah,
for my
Squaresoft.
top
Well, and one Armor Core.
Well, you
Oh,
also
yeah, and Armored
have
Core.
Nintendo 64 during that time.
Ah!
And that's why I couldn't put Pokemon on the list. because
Star Fox 64. Forgot
Pokemon
about that. And
actually-
Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pokemon
Banjo-Kazooie.
was 1996, and so it's in that weird out of Super Nintendo era and just barely into the that Dreamcast, not Dreamcast, but the PlayStation 1 era.
Yeah.
So that's why I couldn't.
It's a lot.
Jeez.
Listen, we not frauds on this show.
But if you're counting OG Game Boy within that and within my era, then I'm gonna have to take.
I think you
off
kind of
Pokemon
have
Earl
to.
and put
I think you
Pokemon.
kind of have to, or you have to like. I think the original Game Boy is weird because of
Because
technically
it came out
how
in 1980 something, but
and,
It was out
and
for a
went up
while.
until the
color.
color.
Well, technically, the Game Boy Advance is when it changed.
Yeah.
The color just
Yeah,
added.
color is just
But
the
color did
same
have its
tech,
own.
but
Well, color had its own exclusive games. Like you couldn't play color.
oh
games
yeah,
on
you're
the
right.
Yeah,
You're
'cause
right.
it had
You're
a
right.
little
You're right.
tab.
You're right.
Yeah.
But when did Game Boy Color come out? And is that considered the Super Nintendo era? Because Game Boy is actually
That's Super
Nintendo
Nintendo.
era.
The Game Boy Color's in a weird spot where it's
Game
kind
Boy
of a
Color came out
stopgap.
in. Are we? We might be on crack. The color was 98.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I.
But then
couldn't
the
put
Game Boy
Pokemon.
Advance came out in 2001, so the Game Boy Advance would be the better PS2, Xbox, GameCube era comparison for the handheld.
Yeah, but the
Advance
Game
did
Boy
go hard, I'm
Color,
not gonna lie.
because remember the Game Boy Color was not out for very long before the Game Boy Advance came out.
Yeah,
And the Game
so
Boy
we-
Advance came out because it had a backlight. Well, that
Yeah.
was the Advance SP. But like OG Pokemon, like that's what I'm saying. Like OG Pokemon was 96, right?
The SP was so good.
Game Boy Color came out in 98. And the Game Boy Advance was 2001, which means that if OG Pokemon was 96, that puts it in the original Nintendo era. No, that puts it in the Super Nintendo. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put Pokemon up there then. I
Yeah.
have to
Well,
take
yeah,
off
it's
Toe
in
Jam
this
and
weird
Earl.
generational gap of like, because again, the Game Boy lasted from the Nintendo almost to the end of the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Pokemon Gold and Silver is the
That's Advance.
Dreamcast,
Yes.
Dreamcast PS2 era because that came out in 2000.
Yes. So then I have to put Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow.
I mean, it makes sense.
Vanilla.
I mean, it's hard. You can't really argue that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's no way. So yeah, Pokemon over Toe Jam and Earl.
And actually, I was wrong. PSP was PS3 era. So I have to correct myself on that. The DS.
Well, it came
slash
out. Well, PSP
PSP was
05.
PS2 era. The Vita was PS3 era.
Yeah, PSP came out 05.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
So, I mean, it
did.
It came out spring 05. So that puts it in nearing the end of the PS2's.
Yeah, it's
release
in that weird.
It stretched into both
place, too.
PS2 and
Yeah.
PS3 like generations.
Okay, so I'm not wrong then. It was just in a weird spot. Handhelds are always in a weird. They're always. You notice that
They
handhelds
live
are
a
always in a
lot
weird
longer.
place.
Or they live to be either a lot longer or a lot shorter than
Yeah, they're like,
regular consoles.
because obviously they're not a replacement for a console. It's like
Right.
it's its own thing, where it's
Like,
it
would you
lives
say-
between generations.
Would you say the Steam Deck is done?
I hope not.
You can't even get a Steam Deck. So, like, if I go on the Steam Deck page now, I think it's still like you
They're
can't
sold
buy
out.
any model.
Yeah,
But
they're
why is
sold
it?
out. They have been sold out. They're selling for over $1,000 right
Yeah,
now.
they've been out of stock on the Steam official website for months. Like, you have to get
I
them on
wonder why
eBay or Facebook Marketplace or some other reseller or something like that.
The only thing I can think of is that they've moved production towards the Steam machine, and they're trying
Maybe.
to put all the resources towards that
They-
instead of like
Yes, yeah.
splitting.
But the problem is with the market with parts, raw materials, everything like that. It was just like, oh, I think they had to make a choice. It's like we can either keep making Steam decks or focus all our R&D into getting the Steam machine out, which I think that's what they're doing. Because
Yeah, thanks,
Very
AI.
possible because you also have the Lenovo Legion Go and the ROG Ally and
yeah, my brother's got the ROG Ally. My girl has the Legion Go. It's like but there's a lot.
and you have a
options
Steam
now.
Deck, right?
Yeah.
So out of the three, which would you prefer?
As techie as I am to do whatever I want on those handhelds, I kind of just like the simplified experience of the Steam Deck more. Like I've tweaked some stuff on it, but like I
did too.
don't care about like I can easily go ahead and like add some other platform games if I wanted to. But I missed what the joke was.
Because I said I tweaked my Steam Deck a little bit too.
Not legally.
No, yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. Like I
didn't say anything. All I said was
my tweak was talking about just adding custom intros and all that nonsense.
I did that too.
Yeah, that's all the tweaking I've done.
Added a I think a 2 terabyte SD card or something like that. Or
I put a
added
5
a huge. I added a huge
512
SD
in.
card and
I put in a 512, like that's all, because I was like, that's all. I need. What am I really gonna be playing on the go like that? That's not.
added
That's
a couple
also gonna.
emulators.
That's also gonna play well. Like, as far
Oh
as
yeah,
Steam
that is
library.
true.
Yeah, I added a couple.
Not all
emulators.
not all games are created equal on the Steam machine.
No.
It does a lot though.
Yes.
I will say that. But you can't be sitting up there playing like Civ 6 or something, or Civ 7.
You know what annoyed me? They
You could.
had the audacity to put that Resident Evil 4 remake with Steam Deck verified, and I was like, oh, this might actually play pretty well. I loaded that up, and I was like, nah, I don't know what crack y'all was smoking to put that on Steam Deck verified. That game does not run well on the Steam Deck at all.
All right. So what would you guys say is your second best generation of gaming? Like what would be the silver age, the silver era for you? If each one of our answers was our golden age,
Then,
what
well,
was the
I
silver
said
age?
I would mention PS1 era. So
You did say honorable mention PS1.
like Symphony of the Night, Mega Man X4 through 6, obviously Street Fighter 3 ports, Resident Evil, all the Resident Evils, like a bunch of other like quirky ones, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro.
But you said just PS1, not like GameCube or not GameCube, not Nintendo 64, not like.
I mean, I think I've said it before in the show. Like I've really never been the biggest fan of the 64. There are some games on 64 I love,
007.
like 007, Perfect
Smash
Dark.
Brothers.
I played my 64 more than
like-
he did.
Like Kirby 64, Jet Force Gemini. Like there's a lot of games on that console I love, but it's like I think the amount of console games on that console I love is like really love, and I was like, yeah, I'll play this anytime. It's like might be like less than 15 games. Like I'm not big on Mario Kart. I mean, Mario Party's fun, Like I'll play GoldenEye, I'll play Perfect Dark, I'll play Original Conquer's Bad Fur Day, I'll play Banjo Kazooie, Jet Force Gemini, it's like Quest 64, but Donkey Kong 64. But it was just kind of like, well, obviously like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, but like yeah.
It sounds like
But PS1 had like I feel like 20 times the amount of games that I would go back and replay.
yeah.
That was on purpose too, because
Yes.
they
were
switched over to disc.
cranking games like crazy. What's your Silver Age, Hustle?
It's gonna be the same thing. PS1, GameCube, PS1, Nintendo 64 era. So my top is gonna be Mario 60. Not Mario. No, not Mario. Star Fox 64. That game had me in a chokehold. Majora's Mask. Final Fantasy 7. I have to put that there. That is what made
the entire
really
Final Fantasy
love-
lineup on PS1 is made like well
True.
I have
Seven and
issues with
eight.
I have issues with 8, but like 8's still really good.
Yeah,
I love 8.
the entire Final Fantasy
Okay.
lineup. Like Final Fantasy 7 and 8 showed me that RPGs aren't just like fantasy bullshit.
9 was on
Like-
PS.
And I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
PS1. No,
PS1.
PS1. It was
Prior-
the last major release before the PS2.
Okay.
Yeah. Like prior to Final Fantasy 7 and 8, I was not a fan of RPGs because my experience with RPGs was all just fantasy stuff, and I wasn't really into fantasy stuff, right? But
That's why
this-
Earthbound's the GOAT.
that's true. That is true. Earthbound was an exception. I loved Earthbound. Earthbound was like the only RPG I liked until I played Final Fantasy 7 and 8. And because everything was so different, it was like futuristic, and they had like crazy
It was
weapons. Like
sci-fi time travel, like
Yeah.
it was a modern, also like postmodern, like like RPG.
Wasn't the
like,
first
Yeah.
Dissidia on Final Fantasy? Wasn't the
That
first
was-
Dissidia on PS1?
PSP?
no, the city was on PS.
I meant like
Orig-
console Dissidia.
Oh, the first console Dissidia was
That was
PS4 because Dissidia 1 and 2 were on PSP,
Right?
and then I
There
think the
wasn't
first-
one on PS1, right?
No, the original Dissidia is on a PSP because I remember it. I distinctly remember because it came out the same day that Arkham Asylum came out. I picked up both.
Okay. So for me, my Silver Age is also.
Oh wait, I still didn't finish my list.
Oh.
I don't think we're doing a list for each generation. It's just
Oh,
like
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bad.
it
I was
wasn't
gonna
really-
say Nightmare Creatures, but
Oh well, I mean that's fair too. Like I'm just saying, for me, it was also the PS1 age, PS1 era. So like, I think hands down we can agree that PS1 is probably the greatest generation of gaming
yeah,
because we even though we have differing opinions on what the golden age is, all of us have come together on PS1. Like, come on, Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, like. Just the Final Fantasy 7 and all of the games that we have available or had available on PS1. That to me was the second market point or the second biggest wave for gamers. You either got a PlayStation or you got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas, or you got it eventually, but you were definitely playing one of the two. You were playing video games at that point in time.
tell me if I'm wrong. That era, Square was basically like the Bulls in the Chicago Bulls in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they could banger after banger after banger. They could not lose.
No.
Everything that had that Square
It
name
was-
on it was a
it-
win.
Square and Capcom had like a chokehold on.
They did.
like,
They carried
the
that
gaming
era.
world.
They did. Them and the PlayStation, they carried that era. I love my 64. I do. But them making it cartridge based instead of disc based, like all the developers were saying, that really did kneecap the Nintendo 64, sadly. And that's where you had almost no third party support on the Nintendo 64 because the industry standard was disc based. This held way more.
But the industry
Sure.
standard was disc based, and it was their fault.
But that's what makes it more ironic. Like they
Yeah.
technically introduced that
They could
moving
store
to
more
disc.
data on discs than they could on cartridges, and it was too bad that Nintendo, like, they didn't take too long to realize that. But like, come on, they even went with the GameCube because they went
They
with
did
a
the same
disc-based
shit.
system,
Little
and
micro
like
disc.
it's a micro disc. Like it's not gonna hold the same amount of data. You're not gonna be so Nintendo has
And the
always
industry
kind of
standard was
pushed their own
DVD.
thing. Yeah.
Although they still, I don't know how they did with the mini discs. They made Black Magic work with those mini discs because Resident back at that time, Resident Evil 4 and what was I gonna say? On Metroid Prime and a lot of GameCube games like Fire Emblem Game with Ike. I always forget the tagline. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Like they made games look good. I don't know how they did it with the weaker hardware, but they look comparable to PS2 games, like in Xbox games.
Yeah.
So they didn't need to use
Metroid Prime is
DVDs,
a
but
Metroid,
can you imagine what happened if they did? If they made a GameCube an actual DVD console?
oh my god. Number one, they would have had a massive amount of third-party support.
Mhm.
That's a fact. And now what they could do on that with that amount of storage would be crazy. Because they did put out some beautiful games on the GameCube. Metroid Prime 1 and 2 are literally technical marvels. Like, shouldn't been able to do what you could do with that console, with that format. And they pulled it off with Metroid Prime 1 and 2. Wind Waker is still, to this day, I think one of the most beautiful games that's part of that generation. That large open world with a gigantic sea that you travel across. Like, come on.
Twilight Princess.
Yeah,
What
that
was that?
it's simul released on the GameCube and the Wii. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't play the GameCube version of Twilight Princess though.
It's hard to
I
find.
think I had the GameCube version and not the Wii version.
It was harder to find even at launch because they were so focused on pushing the Wii version.
Yeah. Gotta get it on the Wii. You have to have it on the Wii.
So would you say there's a third best generation? I mean, of course there's gonna be third, fourth, fifth, whatever.
Third best.
Would we consider something to be in
I
competition?
think
Like, is there a huge gap in between?
My
like,
third
the top
best is
two and everybody
16-bit
else?
era.
yeah, I was gonna say probably Super Nintendo, Genesis.
Okay. All right. So my era made it to everybody's top three. You know, my era made it to everybody's top three. It's whatever.
No disrespect to the PS4 era. Just
Yeah. Like, my thing is this. So there's a lot of great games. Now, where would you say this generation that we're currently in falls? This can't be the worst generation, but it's not
No,
the
it's
best.
not.
no, by far not. There really is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm playing games a long time. I don't feel like there is any bad generation. There's all shit that I really enjoyed in every single generation. There's never been a time I didn't buy games. Like, it's especially buy games that I heavily enjoyed that stuck with me for a long time. And I was just like, wow, I
think
really loved
the
it.
only generations that can be argued are the worst. No, I'm not even joking. I was
Wii
gonna say, and no, well, that's PS4, Xbox One generation because Wii U was in there. I would have to say like that's probably the argument for
The
the
Switch
worst
is
generation.
also in that generation too.
Yeah, it's weird because they made the Switch last a long time. I think I think that was the longest between console releases that Nintendo for home console releases Nintendo 2020,
The
17,
Wii U was like
2025.
one of the shortest Nintendo releases.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying the Switch in general had the longest life cycle from release of
Because
initial
it had
release
that
to
weird
the release of the new
handheld
console.
life cycle too.
Yeah, it had 8 years. That's because when you think back, the Super Nintendo to the 64 was like 6 years realistically from at North America releases. And then the Wii came out in 2006. They only gave the GameCube 5 years, and then they made the Wii. And then
Yeah.
then the Wii to the Wii U was 6, and then the Wii U to the Switch was 5. Yeah, the Switch has the longest tenure of a Nintendo home console, like before the Switch 2 came out.
Crazy. No,
But yeah, I think I would have to say
OG
my
Nintendo was also pretty long.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was.
Like, it lasted forever.
Like I know it would have pissed off a lot of the older gamers had they heard me say that the 8-bit generation is the worst.
It's not the worst. You said it's third.
No, I said the 16-bit era was third.
Oh, six. Okay, gotcha.
8-bit to me, I think is
The full release of the NES was 86, and then the Super Nintendo came out in 1990.
1990.
Yeah.
That's 4 years.
Well, oh, in Japan, sorry. So North America 91, so 5 years for North America.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the 8-bit era is very impactful. It's very impactful and important too, but like let's
That
not
means
forget
the Super Nintendo
It was-
era was the
let's-
longest. then.
let's not forget that era almost died and killed gaming because of how many consoles they kept putting out. So
I mean, but
it's
was
kind
that,
of the worst era.
yeah. I mean, Atari. Yeah.
Atari, ColecoVision, and television.
It was the fact that it got confusing after a while.
Well, so
Yeah.
some of those things, well, yeah, and some of those things were like their own thing. Like the Commodore was
That's
technically
what I'm
its own
saying.
thing.
Like it got
television-
confusing after a while.
If it wasn't for
Okay.
Nintendo, that era would have just killed off gaming straight up.
So where does the current generation fall?
Because we're in what, console generation 9? Is that what we're in? 8 or 9?
I think we are in
I think we're at 9.
Yeah, we are because PS2 is 6, PS3 is 7, PS4
Yeah,
is
9.
8. We're in the
How
ninth
is-
generation.
I mean, it's top 5, probably.
Yeah,
Maybe 5th.
it's higher than 8-bit. I can tell.
What
I can
puts
tell
it
you
up
that
there?
much. What?
Oh, what puts it up there? Actually, I don't even know. I'm just trying to think of generations. That,
Is it
like,
innovation? Is it the pure like is it the games? Is it the graphics?
I-
What's
I think
what-
it's-
it's, I think the graphics are carrying it because we're now finally a generation where it's like the console is now comparable to a mid-range gaming PC, which is what most people buy.
Yeah.
Like Pragmatic, like I played Pragmatic on my PS5. Looks incredible. Like it will
it's
probably
not
only,
pro.
but it doesn't actually have a graphics mode. It actually doesn't have a mode to like switch to fidelity or performance mode. It's just the game. So I'm probably
Okay.
getting better frame rates than a base PS5, but it doesn't actually have any graphic options to change, like how Ratchet and Clank or some other games, or like how Resident Evil Requiem has the PSSR mode you can turn on and stuff like that. Which is actually surprising because they're both games for Capcom. Like that they
Yeah.
didn't have.
What about you, Russell? What do you think? What do you think?
What makes this the best?
No,
No.
where does this
not best.
current era
Where's
fall?
it fall? Top 5. I think top 5.
It's top 5.
The amount of games that are available are insane. The amount of really good games that are by small studios is significantly larger than any other generation currently right now.
I think that that's a major point to this current era is that we are now seeing breakthrough studios. We're seeing indie studios that are developing some kind of success. And with that being like, with it now being more of an open market, you're getting-
Balatro was a Game of the Year contender.
that's what I'm saying. With that kind of an open market, you're now getting like a really good diversity of games that is for everyone instead of like being like particularly biased towards specific audiences. Like if I had to say anything, I would probably say that even though there was a little bit of everything available on the PS2 and Xbox 360, that generation was a little biased towards shooters.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know,
that's the truth.
PS1 was a little biased towards RPGs.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
So,
You can sit
Like-
here in line and be like, no, it's not. Yeah, it was.
but now you can name a good shooter, you can name a good RPG, you can name a good turn-based game, you can name a good tactical game, you can name a
Good cozy game.
you could name a good game from any genre, and like that game would probably be contending with the top 5 of all time in said genre coming out in this generation, in this console generation.
Listen, I just
Like,
bought
I would
one Rose.
literally put Baldur's Gate and Expedition 33 somewhere in my, top five, top 10 of all time, like role playing games.
Yeah, it's this is the age that it pays off to be experimental with your game. You can take the risks now. Like the outreach in the fact that people are looking for a specific thing of any sort of game, you can just take the risk. I'm not gonna say like every risk is successful, but like you just saw like how crazy Winrose just took off.
Yes.
That's
And
a small team of
Winrose
like
was something
15
that missed my
people.
radar completely.
That's a
Yeah,
small team of 15.
I didn't even hear about it till y'all were talking about it. Like,
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I heard about it a little bit, but like it it wasn't like a major whatchamacallit on my radar. Winrose being like Assassin's Creed Black Flag mixed with
Yes.
like yeah, I was just like, okay, this is interesting. And you can't even debate it.
It is amazing. I'm that game has me the chokehold right now. I was like, they got the guy that sang the shanties from Black Flag to sing the shanties for this game. I don't know how they pulled that off, but
me,
some of the people
Money.
working on this had to have also worked on Black Flag because the ship combat feels just as smooth as it did in Black Flag.
And they're remastering Black Flag or redoing Black Flag, right?
Yeah,
supposed to be this year. Yeah.
Yes. Which
Both.
means that's going to be in this generation.
Oh, yeah.
But the downside of things like our current generation is that we get a lot of remasters, remakes.
Wait, what?
Your mic is
Things
kind
at
of
the
doing the auto
downside.
gain thing, so you went lowered a little bit.
They did the auto game.
Oh, weird. Considering I said I think the downside to our current that's why. The downside to our current generation is that we get remasters and remakes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's been a problem since PS4 era.
And I think that remasters and remakes right now are a little bit of a downside because people want new games. People want original IPs. People want
Auto
original
gaining.
ideas. It shouldn't be. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be auto gaining. But yeah, people want original ideas. People want original IPs. People want new stuff. Like to hear the old stuff or to see the old stuff is kind of like, all right, it's cool, but like this is one of the great games that we've had before. But like, can you give us something new?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot more new than there are remasters and remakes now. You're only gonna get the remasters and remakes from like the big companies, but the landscape is a bunch of stuff that is fresh and new and has nothing to do with the current AAA studios. Like you literally have a big ass selection of games. If you can't find anything, listen, I'm gonna keep saying this until the point gets across. If you can't find nothing that you like game wise right now in this generation, go get another hobby.
Fraud.
No, 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 no. You're right. You're right. No, call it what it is. You're a fraud. Give up gaming. Go find some other shit to do. Go pick up a pencil and learn how to draw. Go paint. Go, I don't know, do something. Take up carpentry or something. Like find some other shit to do. If you can't find a game right now in 2026 to play, I want to talk about ain't no games. Like
I don't think that there's not. I don't think it's a matter of there not being any games. I think that the games are having trouble holding people's attention. I think that the brain is wired differently now, so the attention span is different,
social media.
or the way that what happened.
Social media.
Yes, it is between social media and between and I read this somewhere before. Basically, in the generation that I marked that as our golden age, right? We had to problem solve. Now you have hints and tips and leaks and things of that nature where the puzzles aren't as challenging or you don't have to problem solve as much because it gives you it kind of feeds you the answer little by little. And so the attention span doesn't stay the same. But
Well,
if you had to problem solve today, you would get frustrated and turn it off.
yeah. Well, to be fair, at least in this country, isn't it like 52% of adults are illiterate? I like
I don't know the answers to that question.
21%.
Speculations.
I thought it was way larger. That was like
was
52% were illiterate.
21%.
41.
That's still a high ass
21,
number.
21.
21. That's a lot.
That's
but-
still exactly. That's still a lot of people. And literacy isn't just being able to read and understand words. It's also problem solving, context clues. It's a lot of things that also are combined with illiteracy. And I think a lot of these companies kind of notice that and just like, well, the average gamer is being frustrated with these things, so we got to make it easier for them to understand. Not our audience. Y'all are smart. Like, y'all are geniuses.
So to give you guys some context, right? Remember I said I'd be coming up with these banger questions.
Mhm.
Spend an hour on a question.
Like, talking about Jack console generations could be like a whole 2-hour episode. Like,
Because
I
we know our
know.
shit.
That's the thing. That actually was going to that's what it was going to be today. But
no, we'll fix it. Awkward segue next time. No,
Nah.
awkward ass segue. Let's.
Since we are talking about greatest generations of gaming, I actually brought all of that up because like I wanted us to dig into a game that people have been playing for over 10 years. Now, going from PS3 to PS4, I played the story for GTA 5 twice. Going from PS4 to PS5, I don't think I actually got GTA 5 on the PS5, but like every single time that I get this game, I actually replay the story to this game.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's still making money. No matter if it's GTA Online or if it's GTA 5, like every time that you get the game, you don't want to sit here with an unprogressed plebeian GTA 5 account that has no story progress on it. And then you kind of get back into it, you start digging in, and you realize, yo, this story was kind of fun. Like it was kind of lit.
Yeah.
You know,
I still
like,
prefer 4, but yeah. 5's great. 5's great.
you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, GTA 5 story probably ranks top, probably second or third. I'm having
In the
trouble
series
discerning whether
or
not as far as GTA goes, because like you got GTA 4, San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 3, GTA 5. Those are your storyline games, and I would probably put GTA 5 second under maybe 4, then San Andreas at third. I enjoyed San Andreas and that whole urban thing. It didn't feel
Yeah.
overly done. It didn't feel distasteful at all. But you know, for the sake of escaping the moniker of gang members and black people, etc., I'm not gonna put it number one.
I have a hot take. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I feel like Vice City's story was not good because it was mainly like Vice. I think Vice City is incredibly like overrated because it's basically just a parody of Scarface. As a parody of a Scarface game, it's great, but as like a GTA game,
And the funny thing is, ironically, they made the Scarface game like 2 years later on the PS2.
yeah, exactly. I that's the one GTA game that I don't have a desire to go back and play. I'll play San Andreas all day, every day. I think I'm on like my what 5th playthrough of San Andreas. It does everything so well. But Vice City is just like that's cool. It's a parrot. Listen, I love Ray Liotta, Jersey all day, every day. You know, Ray Liotta, he's from New
R.I.P.
Jersey too. You know what I mean,
R.I.P.
that's a legend, rest in peace. But other than like Ray Liotta, I don't care for Vice City like that. Here's the hope in Six's story is better. So going back to Vice City, but as a whole, Vice City, it's on my low end of the list for GTA.
Yeah, and that makes sense. You know, I'm not gonna agree nor disagree. I don't like. I can't remember the story for 3.
It
Like,
was
I remember
very
that
bare
there was a
bones. Like
story.
it was very bare bones. The protagonist didn't really have
He
personality.
never said
Yeah,
it.
he didn't have personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't have to have person. He just kind of pointed and moved.
I-
But like that's what I'm saying. So like,
I think I'll
GTA
still
3
put Vice City over 3 though.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
But
GTA
3 was them starting like
That was
their
their
first in
first-
their foray. They like had to learn it. So, okay, now we have all the systems in place. Now we can like actually make this like a more like focused and like fleshed out game.
Yeah. You notice none of us said the original GTA.
I mean
They're
they're
Well, I
fine.
like
For,
the first 3.
they're fine for what they were at the time.
Yeah.
But like
GTA
Yeah.
1, 2, and London 19. Like, I enjoyed them, but a lot of people aren't familiar with them because they weren't highly available. They were like PC only.
I would like if they maybe didn't redo 2, but did another GTA in the same vein because GTA 2 takes place in the future. And I was like, oh, that's a cool idea.
you know who should if they ever did a remake of 1 and 2, who should remake it? The guys that did Hotline Miami.
Oh yeah. If you haven't played Hotline Miami, any of y'all that's watching, you should. It's a trip. Great music, super violent. By the way, very violent.
So basically, there were some leaks that happened recently on GTA 5. And the leaks showed just how much money GTA 5 is still making. I'm not sure, Rajan, you're Mr. Wizard for us. Like, can you find exactly the numbers? If possible? But with the information of how much money, because I believe it was $10 million, something like that, like annually or whatever. It's making a lot of money annually. But does that actually make GTA 6 harder to like pull off and be successful, especially if it doesn't generate that revenue
But on PS5 weekly money, GTA 5 brings in 4.5 million. On PS4, it makes about $1 million. On Xbox
Okay,
Series
that's
X,
weekly.
on
Nice.
Xbox Series X makes just a little bit under 2 million. On Xbox One, around 900,000, and on PC, it says only about 264,000.
So what we're basically saying is that
PS5 still has 3.5 million weekly active users on GTA 5. And that's not on PC where people are doing all the RP stuff. That's PS5. Like that's crazy.
Yo, what are y'all doing on PlayStation, bro? Like, what are y'all doing?
People play. You can still technically do GTA RP on PS5. You just can't do mods and everything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, like we're still talking. So that means we're still talking 8.5, almost $9 million a week.
The exact number is from September 2025 to April 2026, which isn't even a full year. Weekly revenue for GTA Online across all platforms was 9.59 million.
Damn, see, yeah.
For comparison, Red Dead Online from June 2024 to March 2026. Like we all know, Red Dead Redemption 2 Online isn't as crazy, can't do as much crazy stuff as GTA. Makes 507,000 a week. And between both games, they make 10 million a week.
GTA 5 is 10 million a week.
About both combined, it's just 9.5 mil a week. Red Dead is 5. So between two games, 10 mil a week for add both games together.
Yeah, 10 million weekly is nuts.
Between two games, yeah.
Like that
Yo,
is
y'all are buying. The amount of shark cards y'all are buying is crazy work, dude.
That you think that's all from shark cards?
Yes,
what else
that's
could it
all
be?
from shark cards.
That's what I'm saying. What else could it be?
Which is insane. Like, there. All right, listen. There's a problem. We got a problem here that we need to like address. Like this is a problem. 5 mil a week. A week. Do you know how many shark cards you have to buy? All them people buy a shark a week. What are y'all spending the shark cards on? Like, I mean, I get it. Everything in GTA, the biggest problem is that everything in GTA now is
10 million
Oh.
shark. 10 million for the shark card currency is $100.
the average card now in GTA costs you at least like 5 mil without mods, by the way. Without customizations to the car, the average car is around 10 to 6 million that they release now. So you're gonna be spending $100 to get that new car. And they always release how many, it's like usually like 10 new vehicles per big ass update or whatever. Not counting the houses. The base houses already cost a lot of money. Then you have to also spend money to customize said houses. You have to buy things like the yacht. The base yacht costs you like what? Damn near $10 million in GTA currency before mods, before you kit it all out. You gotta spend a ton of money on your office, on your CEO building. And you gotta kit that thing out too. Buying all the garages for the CEO house and all the other stuff. Like, bro, I love Grand Theft Auto Online. I think it's one of the funnest gameplay experiences, but they have made it into a heavy monetization model now that like you can't enjoy any of the new shit that they release.
But
If you're broke,
But whose fault is that?
our fault.
Oh, I ain't in that.
Well, not me.
I know.
Not me. Especially not me. Don't knows why it's not me and him. However, the rest of y'all, not our audience, because I don't think y'all would do that. But the rest of y'all out there in the gaming space have made it so that Rockstar has become this monster. And GTA Online has become this monster because y'all keep buying the shark cards. Y'all keep spending the money. You know what gets you permaban from GTA faster than anything else? It ain't griefing. I can tell you that damn much. They don't give a fuck about griefers. Griefers can do what they want all day, every day. They will ban your ass permanently so fast if they find out that you modded money. And you give that money out to people in the game. The moment you do that, they Thanos snap your ass off that game. Quick as hell. They don't care about nothing but that bottom line. If you mess any bit with their profits on that shit, that you're done. That's it.
So now the question comes up: does GTA 6 need to beat GTA 5, or does it just need to live alongside it? Do we see a world where GTA 6 is out earning GTA 5?
Yeah. When they release their online. I would be shocked if GTA 6 didn't have an online.
Okay, yeah.
I would
The
be
question-
very shocked if it didn't.
The question is, are they gonna do the delayed launch online like they did with 5, or you think
Are they gonna
online's
have
gonna come out?
heists like they did with 5? Are they gonna have features like they have in 5? 5 is living and breathing as a beast right now, not just because of GTA RP, but it's also living, thriving, and breathing because of all of the content that has come out. The yachts, the CEO buildings, the bike clubs, the heists, the all of that.
Yeah.
All of
They're
that.
in a-
Yeah, I think that we're bringing this up. Like, I'm not sure if you had in the notes because I skimmed through them. Like, is that going to be a problem for GTA 6 in general? Because people are not going to want to give up all that stuff in money they've spent in GTA 5.
I was gonna say, yeah, you literally just brought up what I was going to say. Of like, now they're in an awkward position because
We've already seen debacle like that, similar debacle like that with between Smite 1 and 2. Like, people did not want to lose all that money they spent on skins or battle passes or whatever in Smite 1. And then what made it even worse is that Hi-Rez was not willing to give people a 1-to-1 currency transfer for all the skins they bought. They gave you like 50 to 60%
fraction of it.
of what you spent in points, and then you could buy the skins you want. It's like so I have to buy this skin again, literally like the Gundam skins that came out for Smite. It's like because I went in and got it. That was the last time I think I logged in Smite when the Gundam skins came out. It was like, but I don't have to re-buy skins I bought just because it's in a slightly updated engine that plays the exact same. Like
And they didn't honor the Ultimate God Pack either. So if you
No.
bought the Ultimate God Pack for Smite 1, it wasn't honored in Smite 2, and you would have to buy the characters all over again, or buy, I guess, whatever their equivalent of that shit would be too. It's like, nah, dude, I'm not doing this all over again.
Well, that was the purpose of them naming it Smite 2, so they didn't have to honor the Ultimate God packs. Because remember, the Ultimate God pack was supposed to be basically for Smite. As long as you have the game, you have access to all of the gods. But Smite 2 now is classified as a new game because it's number 2. It's a new title. But
And that made me give up Smite. Like I stopped playing altogether. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
like, imagine they do League of Legends 2, and all of
I
the
will- Nope.
If they don't, I'm gonna tell you like this. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you like this.
hold on. But his face said, "I would." Nope.
If
Mm-mm.
no, I'm gonna say it like this.
I've spent a decent chunk on League over the past like 15 years. So it's like, nah. If I lost everything and I only get a percentage back up, nope.
Both those MMO, I'm not MMOs.
Over.
Both those MOBAs, most MOBAs do not. They don't require a sequel. They don't. There was no
I don't know
need to
why
make a
Smite
Smite 2.
required it. I don't know
care.
why they decided to do it for Smite.
The only one that made sense was Dota going to it because original Dota was just a map hack, map mod on
Yeah,
Warcraft.
I mean,
Yeah,
even
that
even
makes
League,
sense.
they changed a ton of stuff in League, right? So with them changing a ton of stuff in League, they never had to rebrand. They never had to redistribute. They never had to repurpose. They never they're even doing it now. Like, did you know that WASD is now coming in the ranked mode?
yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you know that with
it was
W-
disabled at first, and because they wanted people to test it out, and they gave it a couple months, but it's now about to be on there.
But did you know that with
Nice.
WASD now you could potentially get controller support?
Yeah.
And that's more accessibility for people like myself who are left-handed and may not necessarily click as fast with our right hand or as accurately with our right hand, and that's half the reason I suck at the game.
Also,
The
people
other half
get
is from not playing enough. But I don't want to be a league sweaty.
Nobody wants to do that.
But that'd be dumb. if they
Don't be
split
like, don't be like me.
that'd be dumb if they split that base up. But what's gonna happen is, I think there's one or two things that happen. Either GTA 6 does launch and it doesn't have a GTA 2 online, or it does launch in GTA Online 2 or whatever the fuck it's called, won't come out for at least, I would say, maybe a year. And they just milk.
I think if GTA 6's online takes more than a year to come out, I don't know how well that game's going to do because people will probably not buy it until GTA Online's out. We've talked about a bunch of times. Like GTA 5 is its own thing, but GTA 5 as we look at it now is like 95% GTA Online. Like there are people that still go back, like you said, you go back replay story, and there are some people that still haven't played through the story and they're just now buying it when they see it's on sale for like $8, $9 on a random sale. But it's like a lot of people will only care about GTA 5 because of the online. And if you're not gonna
That's
have
true.
that,
There are people who literally keep buying it just for the online. I know that I believe it was from PS3 to PS4 or PS4 to PS5, one or the other. People were buying the game just because it enabled first-person view.
Yeah.
Now people are buying it because the online is fire. And I believe while it's not necessarily a good thing, but I believe it was also genius to make the GTA Online like a $10 add-on.
But now they're in a weird position. But they're in an awkward position because it's like, okay, well, do you launch with it, the new GTA Online, and now no one has access to their shit?
I think you have to. I think they have to release it with online. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the main reason for all the delays.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Because how do you break it down to people like, well, the new online's coming out. oh, I spent like $5,000 in GTA Online.
You know, like
So-
even more extremist. Can you imagine if they said, "Oh, it's not gonna be there for like a year and a half, 2 years"?
So Rajan,
Mm-hmm.
so remember I said that there was a leak, right? And
Yeah.
we got data that was telling how much GTA 5 was still making. We got a comment from the audience that's not actually in the comments that says he neither confirmed nor denied the leak allegations. So was there a GTA leak? Because remember, that was kind of like the news this week. Oh, another leak for GTA.
Well, apparently the leak happened due to like a failed like deal that Rockstar was trying to do about like or something like that, and like the data was given out to people, and
Similar to the
And
last
people said-
Airbender movie.
yes, and then said people. Well, apparently, yeah. Well, apparently that somebody literally just sent that to the wrong person, and it was just like
Well,
how you messed that up.
I thought that there were, because there's a whole bunch of different channels. Now, the fact of the matter that the entire movie is just on Twitter. Like I could probably, not saying I did or will, but I could probably go on Twitter and find the whole movie now.
But no, apparently like that was apparently that was potentially like literally just someone fucked up horribly and sent it to the wrong person, and then it spread like wildfire. So
Yeah, it's
that
crazy.
so that leaker is probably getting sued to the next 6 generations of their life.
You're talking about the Avatar leak, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's probably
I thought the Avatar leak was someone actually hacked.
No, it was not hacked. They confirmed that they had no compromises from internal.
apparently like that.
Their
Yeah,
systems were not compromised. The only compromise
it was literally like that leaked, not to get political, like when the attack plane stuff happened last year that on that signal group, apparently it was like something like that. And so the wrong person got CC'd on or shared, like given access to it, and then that's how it spread. Because let's be honest, let's imagine you get a random email, it's like, I don't know what this file is, and then you do like your Gmail or whatever thing you said, it's like file safe. I'm like, all right, let me see what this is. Is this the Avatar movie? Like, can you imagine just getting that random email? It's like, wait a minute, this is the Avatar movie coming out?
thing?
It's 6 months.
No,
It's
You
a
put that in
movie.
your
This
inbox.
feels, bro. This literally feels like something that should be on a physical storage format and should only be like
Everything's-
special delivered.
Everything's through the cloud now.
yes,
Oh,
and
oh
what they
my
do is they
God.
deliver it. They deliver it via cloud to their editors. They deliver it from the editor to marketing. They deliver it from marketing to assets. This thing changes hands a ton.
So stupid.
Yeah, like,
That's
and also you have
That's
people
so
working
bad.
internationally, so like you can't physically get something like if you have someone that, let's say the final like rigging or whatever is someone is based out of France or something like that, and like you have to get it from LA to France. You're not getting on a plane with a drive from LA to LaGuardia to fly to France. Like you're not doing that. You're gonna transfer it through the cloud.
You know, it never got leaked. When movies are back on film.
That's not true either.
Wait, what?
Films have gotten lost because they would
Film-
transport them in large tins, and they would be film reels. But the problem is that some of those, like depending on which film you were using, those were also extremely flammable.
Yeah, true.
But the thing was that you also needed a special projector to even play them, so it made it a lot more inconvenient as well. So what happens if GTA 6 is just really good? Like, does it need, like I said, does it need to replace GTA 5, beat it, or does it just have to live alongside it? Like we said, I think we said that as long as it depends on when it's online comes out, whatever. But like, I think GTA 6 can exist alongside GTA 5. Does it? What happens if it's just really good? Like if it's just like
I think it has to at least make back what they put into it at bare minimum.
How do they make back what they put in?
And we talked about like a couple weeks ago. Like I said like
$2
what, $30
billion in development.
It was like 40 at least. It was like at least like what, like 49. When I asked AI, I think it was like 49, 55 million copies need to sell or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only way you're gonna make that is obviously you need microtransactions
Correct. That's what I think, at least.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, like you can get away with not selling 50 million copies if you have all the microtransactions.
I don't think you can get away with not selling 50 million copies.
They have to sell a lot. That
Like
like
I
that's,
said,
Well, that's what I mean. If you
doing the 2 billion just breaks you even.
that's what I mean. If they only sell 25, 30 million copies, but then they make $5 billion from microtransactions the first year, I think they'll consider that like good job. But
Which
obviously,
means that it literally has to thrive over GTA 5.
it would have to
It
launch
means that
with
you're now banking on your entire community leaving GTA 5 to come to 6.
the only way that I can see that happening is if they have like, I don't know, maybe some kind of transfer program in GTA Online that like
I don't see them doing that though.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I don't they're in probably one of the worst positions for a company to be in.
Is it cooked,
if we're
Chat?
looking at this realistically?
Is it
Like-
cooked? Is it cooked, chat?
This is not a good position. I don't envy them at
Like
all.
here's the thing. It's like because GTA 5 is argued as being the greatest game ever made. How do you top arguably the greatest game ever made without also releasing arguably the greatest game ever made?
How do you release arguably the greatest game without literally trying to go above and beyond?
Yeah.
How do you go above and beyond that much more than what is argued the greatest game of all time? Without
Ooh,
beating
V, that is dangerous territory. She said release the game at a price, release the online add-on at a price, then microtransaction on top of that.
But if any company can get away with that, it's
It
It
Rockstar.
could be Rockstar. The problem is that
The online is robust enough. And-
Right. But if you decide that you want to do that, you want to nickel and dime people, you want to charge this, and this, right? And you get that, and people are not happy with it.
Or
Then what happens? Or they just go right back to GTA 5 and they stop spending in your game.
or
I think there's going to be a lot of people that do that. Like, there is a good chance that whatever they're doing with the engine gameplay changes are not going to hit for people.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be like, I wish I didn't, like, yeah, this isn't hitting like GTA 5 is. So there's a lot that's going to be a decent percentage of people that buy the game.
It's something
They'll pick it up, and be like, yeah, I'm not feeling it, and then never touch it again.
Let's be real. There's going to be a lot of sunken cost fallacy too. If you spend a lot of money in GTA Online, and now here's the new version,
And it's not hitting.
what are you going to do if you spend a lot of money and now this version doesn't really honor that fact that you spent a lot of money? Which, by the way, like, let's be real, you chose to spend a lot of money in a game. They don't really owe you. They don't owe you honoring that in the newest version of it. Same thing, I guess, with Smite 2. They don't really owe me, so I chose not to play it.
Right. But like, are the expectations already impossible for this game? Can this game live? Like, these are crushing expectations to have to live up to.
I think they really put themselves in.
I think it wouldn't be as bad. I think it wouldn't be as bad if they didn't wait so long to really start working on GTA.
Yeah. This is a problem when you stretch out a game for 13 plus years.
But I understand why. Like, you got this game passively making you $40 million a month.
They got too comfortable with it.
Like,
They got comfortable with that being their major moneymaker. Instead of just going, hey, we got to cut this shit off like now. Like 5 years in, like, all right, guys, we got to start thinking of sundowning this game and start working on GTA 6.
And the thing is that if you know you're releasing GTA 6 in November, why are you not sunsetting 5 now?
That is the problem too, because I don't think they're prepping their audience.
also,
be ready.
another thing, like, this sort of just dawned because you just said that. How confident do you think the developers actually are in GTA 6? Based on what you just said, like, because they haven't started sunsetting 5.
They haven't started sunsetting 5. We haven't seen gameplay at all of.
Yeah, we've seen
anything.
in the engine cutscenes. We have not seen gameplay.
The only gameplay that I've seen were the leaked gameplay that was unfinished. Looked great, but again, it was heavily unfinished. They didn't the models still didn't even have their skin. They were like dummy models still. So like y'all listen, we're almost in May, y'all. Like time to step it up.
I don't know if
Start
we're
rolling it
ever
out.
gonna get another Red Dead Redemption V, at least in a timely fashion. I have no idea. Like, because Red Dead Redemption 1 was like 07, 08?
Yeah.
And then we didn't get Red Dead Redemption 2 till 2018. So based on that, we would be in line to be getting Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018, but probably sorry, 2028.
And
But,
they
like,
didn't really they didn't really do a good
we're
job.
probably not getting
supporting-
another Red Dead game till the 2030s, if we're ever getting another one.
And they didn't do a good
We'll
job
probably get a
supporting-
Bully 2 before we get Red Dead Redemption 3.
Oh yeah. They didn't do a good job of supporting Red Dead Online. They let that die. Because
So-
again, GTA Online was their moneymaker, so they just gave up on Red Dead.
Could this potentially bankrupt Rockstar?
I don't know about bankrupt,
No.
but put them in a position to potentially like have to seek new ownership. Because I can see because Rockstar's owned by Take Two, and if Take
Yes.
Two was like, "Hey, you like this was our golden goose of all golden gooses, and you didn't deliver."
Speaking of golden gooses, what we're gonna do is we're gonna transition to our last topic, which is that GTA 6 actually might be the most expensive game ever made. Right?
I think it is.
We want to ask, is that actually a good thing? You know, on paper it sounds great, bigger budget, bigger game. You know, when you start looking at things that you can do with a bigger budget, better graphics, blah blah blah, it's ball out till you fall out, right? But if GTA 6 is going to be like the most expensive game in gaming history, right? Then if it falls short, that means that it's literally going to prove that you throw more money at something and it doesn't solve a problem.
I mean, we've talked about this at length in multiple episodes that games need to be like scaled back. Game budgets need to be scaled back. Like
Yep.
for a game like GTA 6, $2 billion, I understand, but like that's just rumor. No, there's never been any confirmed number what it is. We'll just estimate 2 to 2.5 billion.
They were saying it was approximately $2 billion plus.
Yeah, and if I play, like, granted, it doesn't matter to me, like, because like I'm paying what I pay for. It's not like I paid $2 billion. But if it doesn't feel like $2 billion went into it when I play the game, I think people would feel cheaped out. Like, it's like, you've been working on this for how long, and y'all spent how much money on this? And as we've joked about, GTA 6 might release at like $90, $100. Like, you spend $90, $100 on a game, and it don't hit. Not collector's edition, just space game. You spend $100 on a game, and
I'd be pissed off.
and it don't feel good to play. Oh my god! Like
I'd be beyond pissed
Rockstar
off.
might get burnt.
And that's
down.
$100 on the base game,
Like Rockstar might get burnt down. Like
$150 on the
half
base
joking-
game.
Like half
Given-
jokingly.
Yo, listen, given the fact that they spent $2 billion to make this game, I hate to say it, but we might be looking at $80 to $90 for a game to offset that. If they really do care, like, given the fact that they have to make money through some kind of microtransactions, right? And GTA Online 2, hopefully not lose a big portion of the base that's going to be playing that. They might, it might be an $80 to $90 game, maybe $100. I don't know, because the budget's so stupidly inflated. Like, y'all,
160.
it's never a good. I'm sorry, I don't think a game budget should ever be close to $1 billion. It should not.
Fam,
I think if you can't make a game work within like a $500 million budget, then you don't need to make the game.
Well, 500 million is also overblown for game budget.
Well, yeah, I think that's overblown too.
fam, do you understand what taught me the value of $2 billion?
What?
GTA 5 Online.
How so?
Because I had over $2 billion.
Oh yeah.
And I could still spending it. Couldn't spend it all.
I wish I could say that.
I bought companies. I bought yachts. I bought motorcycles. I bought every car. I bought like whatever I wanted. I hooked up all my cars. I bought houses. I bought things. Like I bought the motorcycle club. I bought the yachts. I did the heists. Still in the hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
I think I'm still somewhere around 800 million. Like, do you understand how difficult it is to spend $1 billion?
It is. Well, I mean, I don't know about now because now every car comes out and it's expensive as shit. So you could burn through $1 billion very quickly. I think now in today's GTA economy, because today's GTA economy is not the same as it was. The purchasing power is not the same anymore. Like having $500,000 when GTA Online first launched got you a lot of shit. A lot. 500,000 don't get you nothing now in GTA Online's economy. You ain't getting nothing out that. So therefore, because of GTA's inflation, you can look this up. It is a real thing. There is inflation in GTA now. Because of that, you don't have the same purchasing power no more. $1 billion don't stretch as far as it used to back in the day when we were playing it. Now, $1 billion, you can burn through that in an update.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get this base. This base costs at least 10 million off rip. Standard. Not add-ons, no
And the
nothing.
fact that they require you to have certain things before you can even have access to other things.
Oh, yeah. They do that scummy thing now. Where it's like, oh, you want this base? Yeah, I want this base. Oh, but you don't own the CEO building. Oh, and because you own the CEO building, well, you don't own that the special room that you got to buy that costs like $3 million. Have access now to that base. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Why? I hate that they've done that.
Yeah, and the fact that bigger budget equals better game is also dangerous thinking, because some of the best games that have come out in recent times have been shockingly inexpensive.
Yeah.
Balatro.
Yep.
Expedition 33, Stardew Valley, Hades. These games, I'm not gonna say it took nothing to make them, but like they did not push $2 billion.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
yep, you don't need to have a bunch of celebrities in your game. That's another part where the inflated budgets go to. You don't need to have like all these stupidly expensive things. You don't need to do all that. How would you want to bet a good portion of that shit is just licensing songs? Yeah. I guarantee you a big portion of GTA's budget is licensing songs.
Licensing what?
Music.
Okay.
A major portion of it is that. Trying to get a hold of those licenses because, record labels are very
paying and re-upping licenses from the old GTA.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that is true. They still have to keep those licenses up too.
Yeah, they have to. They have to keep those.
If they decide not to sunset a game,
if they sunset a game, they don't have to worry about paying those licenses.
Well, the thing is, for GTA, like they paid for those music, like those songs be in the game. Like they don't have to repay for license for those games because the game's out. Like if you play it offline, like the music's still in the game. It's not like it's gonna go away.
No, they've done that. Because the licenses have expired and they haven't felt like paying for it, they have had to remove They had to remove songs from GTA 4. And if you have San Andreas, if you have any of the newer remasters of San Andreas, they've removed.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is like if I just took a disc of GTA 4 and pop it in 360 play it, the songs are still there.
Oh yeah.
True, because they're embedded.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't touch online, you're fine.
Once it
goes online, they just update that with a patch. Song out. Which, by the way, I think there needs to be a law that protects soundtracks in games from that happening, because that doesn't happen in a movie. Once the movie comes out, it's like, hey, this song is in that movie, and we don't remove the song. But with games, it's like, oh, well, we didn't pay the license, so we removed like 10 songs from the game. It's like, dude, just leave it intact. There should be a law that keeps a game soundtrack intact. If
Yeah,
that's
but
how
that
it
would
was,
be
that's how it
preservation.
stays.
That would fall under preservation. That would fall under copywriting. That would fall under that's a big gray area.
Well, preservation is a big issue that we're having now with games,
Yeah,
where they like to treat it differently than fucking movies.
I'm just saying that it's a big gray area. So like it's tough to put like law and legislature to that. And then you got games in every country. Like so now you need a blanket law, which means that it would have to probably be passed by the UN, even if it was here just in the USA.
Like one of the reasons we're never gonna get another Def Jam game is because the licensing would be a nightmare.
Well, there's licensing, and then there's also royalties, fees,
Yeah, royalties and
and
licensing is a nightmare for that.
oh, and Def Jam doesn't own all those artist masters.
Yeah, it would be a big expensive mess.
Yep.
And it does, yeah. And even if like you'd either have to like license old music or see if the artists want to make new music, but then you also need license to the new music. Like it's just,
And you still got to
It's
pay
too
for it no
much.
matter how you cut it.
yep.
It's too much for one company to actually pay for it.
And that's why I don't know. I'm actually highly on the fence right now because at first I was like, oh yeah, GTA 6 is too big to fail. It can't possibly not be successful. Everybody's gonna buy this game. Whether everybody buy the game or not, I don't know if I'm seeing it being successful. Like I think that the chances of failure now are higher than they've ever been.
I think it'll
Because
still-
of the amount of money invested.
I think it'll still sell a lot regardless.
It'll sell. Not saying that. It'll sell.
But
I just don't know what their outline for success is. If you want to out earn GTA 5 without shutting down GTA 5, you probably got a problem.
no game is too big to fail. There's no game that's too big to fail.
Except GTA 5.
No, that could have failed too.
Could have. I'm
It
talking about
didn't, but like every game has a chance to fail. Remember, they said that about Call of Duty. Call of Duty's too big to fail. Look what happened. Failed. Like
as soon as we said it's too big to fail. Well, not we, but as soon as
Soon as
people
that
said
one-
it's too big to
that
fail,
motherfucker said it's too big to fail. That shit failed spectacularly. Because at the end of the day, it's still a consumer product. People can choose whether or not they want to buy it. No one has to buy video games. It's a luxury. It's a luxury item. It's something you choose to buy with your money that you have, right? But no one. It's not like food. I have to buy food if I want to live. I have to buy water if I want to live, which I shouldn't have to buy water because water comes from the goddamn sky. But that's another topic. But like, you don't have to buy games. You have to buy clothes. You have to buy food. You have to pay your electric, gas, and all that stuff to live. These are things you need to live. You don't need games to live.
it'll sell, but the question is if the game will be good and if they'll break even and or make profit.
I think they'll definitely break.
That's exactly the problem. That's exactly the dilemma. So I think that GTA 6 being one of the most expensive games ever, it could work in its favor. It could definitely be a good thing where they spent this money, they decided, all right, we're comfortable with spending this money. Let's release this game. We're gonna make this money back, right? We're gonna make more money than ever. At the same time, I really do think that they have put the expectation and the anticipation at an all-time high for a video game. And even the day where they released the trailer, it was like at like 2 million views in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Once it was learned that the trailer was out, like the internet like shut down.
Broke.
almost.
It broke.
No, it's like the funny thing is I'll just pop my head just for the sake of comedy. Like it's getting so bad, like Jesus is waiting to come back. Just play GTA 6.
Yeah, right.
Like, Jesus, you're back. It's like, yeah, we're waiting on GTA 6, man. What's taking so long?
That's what
I
I'm
gotta
saying.
play it. Don't say it's the stupidest game of all time.
So, do big budgets make games safe, or do they
No.
just put your company at risk?
No, I think it
They
puts you
put
at
your
risk.
company at risk.
Because I honestly like with
Look
the way,
at like Concord. That was like what, 250 million or something like that.
That is stupid.
that's
That is
a quarter of $1
dumb.
billion, bro.
That is.
But did Concord fail because it wasn't meeting expectations, or did it fail because
It was a combination of multiple things. Not meeting expectations. The gaming community just didn't mess with it, and actually it says it may have escalated towards $400 million.
Yeah, and not only that, but its competitors were free.
it's what?
Its competitors were free to play,
True.
which was Rivals and Overwatch. So why would I pay money? This is my core thing of not getting Concord was why would I pay money when Marvel Rivals is free and Overwatch is free?
Yeah. So
Kind of hard to make me want to pay for a hero shooter if I don't have to pay for the better hero shooters.
I mean, yeah, but some people have to earn those heroes. Concord, they should have all just been available, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Overwatch learned a lesson. Remember when they locked the new heroes behind battle passes when Overwatch 2 first launched out?
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's
why
what I'm
I
saying,
stopped
like-
playing. I was like, oh, I can't get Kiriko unless I buy the battle pass. I'm good.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're like, okay, that's dumb.
that
And they
feels
just released them for free.
yeah, exactly. That feels stupid. So you can't loot box. You can't loot boxes to death. So you want to try to lock content
Okay.
behind battle passes. But if you battle passes to death, then it turns into all right, we're not going to play because we don't want to have to buy the battle pass. So it's a really, really shaky line. So the best way to get around that was just Concord charging flat out $40.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
This way,
Concord
it's
should have been free to
essentially
play.
a little bit over the cost of an ultimate god pack and something like Smite. Think of it like you're paying for the character pass. So no matter what characters they release in the future, you always have access. But it still didn't fly well.
I mean, some people can complain about designs or whatever, but that's literally personal choice.
Yeah,
That's
I
personal choice.
don't think that,
As an artist myself, I'm not about to like
every art style is
shit
different.
on someone's art,
Right.
but you can just be like, this design isn't for me.
The only thing that I see people freely kind of disparaging is like AI art. AI
Yeah.
in gaming, like when it comes to art.
Yeah, that to me does not make like you don't need if you have artists, you don't need to have AI art in your game. Like, come on, you're an artist.
Concord
concept
wasn't
art.
that good. I don't think it would even matter. This is Blicky, by the way. We know it's Blicky.
It was
Thank you for letting us know that it's Blicky. Instead of being on here talking to us, you're on there talking to us. I appreciate
He's
that.
talking to us with extra steps.
it was a hero shooter.
I mean,
It
it's
was a hero shooter.
But now here's the thing. Blicky himself called himself Mr. Demo, trying to take the title from me. So how would you know that Concord is not that good?
Once he played in the beta, I played the beta, so it
I didn't play it.
was all right.
People tend to be more merciful when it
once
comes
I
to
saw
free
it
to
was a
play versus
multiplayer-
pay to play. That right there. That right there is the key. Oh, he bought it. He bought Concord. I'm sorry. I hope you got your money back.
I was turned
but
off
yeah.
on Concord after because that first trailer sold me, and I thought it was gonna be like another Guardians of the Galaxy style like co-op or like
Yeah, that's what I
pseudo
thought.
game like that. It gave me like the Guardians of the Galaxy. It gave me those vibes from that trailer. I'm like, oh, then I was like, oh, psych, it's a hero shooter. I'm like,
I mean,
Yeah, that was dumb. I think had it been
Concord was the one that
story-driven-
ended the Game Awards, right?
what was that?
I said Concord was the one that ended the Video Game Awards, right?
In its first year, I don't know if it
Think
ended the
so.
game.
Remember,
already.
like, remember the trailer for the video? What? No, that was High Guard. Sorry,
Oh, that's High Guard, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that one was another one that. Just rest in peace. I'm sorry.
no, but V's right. Like, people are more merciful when the game is free to play as opposed to.
I
paying
agree.
for it.
Which is exactly the point that I was saying earlier. Like,
Except
I'll
for
pick
High
up a little gotcha game, not spend any money, play it for 20, 30 hours, put it down and not feel bad about it at all. You know what I'm saying? But if I play a $70 game for 5 hours and I don't like it, I feel terrible.
Well,
I
that's why I'm
feel
glad.
bad.
Well, that's why
Full
that's why
price.
a lot of these games have demos now, so you can try it out. And
Finally,
see
we're getting demos again. But remember, there was a very long stretch of time
Oh,
where
yeah.
we didn't get demos.
Oh yeah,
For
yeah.
no
You
reason.
just had to go out and spend the money and just pray, because if you did it on PlayStation, you wasn't getting that money back, bro.
Yeah,
Like, thanks for your money,
they
sucker.
are
I mean,
obnoxious
brother.
with their refund policy. It's insane.
The only place that you was really getting that money back was if you went on Steam
Yep.
and you got your money
Steam
back.
did not
within
play about that. They're
2
like,
hours.
here you go. I just installed a demo last night.
I didn't, but the game's so trash. I didn't even want the money back. Hopefully they can use it to make something better. That's crazy when the game is so bad that you don't even want the money back. Just take it.
It's like I want my adventure with this game and life, my adventure in life with this game be over in all facets. I don't.
Or a game so bad you want it removed off your library. Like you don't even want the money back. It's like, I don't want to see it on my library. I don't even want to be reminded that I bought this shit.
Whereas, like, we have games like The Crew where people are struggling to get it back.
Yeah, they removed that off my library, and I own the fucking game.
And if you had the physical disc, it wouldn't matter.
Nope.
They have revoked all rights to that game. You can't even play it with a physical disc. And that's what we were saying about not owning
What kills me
games.
about that too is that, like, it has a story mode, a single player story mode. So I don't need to be online to do that. Like, just let me play the story mode. Dummies.
Yeah. I don't know how this is gonna end up. I do anticipate GTA 6 being a big launch. I anticipate it being sold a ton. I anticipate it making a good amount of money. I also anticipate it disappointing everybody.
I don't know about
When I
that.
say disappointing everybody, I mean that it's not going to be on the same level as GTA 5 right now.
I think that Rockstar is anticipating. I think Rockstar is prepping for the fact that they are probably going to launch at a loss for a little bit.
Yes.
Until GTA
Online comes.
But
that's what I'm saying.
I think they're already. I think they've already made enough money from GTA Online that they're just like, okay, we're launching this game, but we are going to be not making profit until maybe next year. And I think they're fine with that.
I think if they launch online,
I think they know that that's going to happen.
GTA 5. They have to sunset GTA 5.
Yeah, they have to, but they have to have.
That is a large beast to try to sunset.
I'm gonna tell you what. What they would need to do is they would need to launch GTA. Well, they would need to show a video revealing the new GTA Online. And if that shit hits like crack, like that gameplay review, like they did with GTA Online, that first big reveal gameplay overview, and it hits like just pumping in my veins type shit, they might be safe. It all depends on how they revealed the new online. At least I hope. Obviously, us, we're getting it for story. Online is like icing on the cake.
Okay.
Getting it for the cake.
Okay. So that's a good point. That's a good point. So if GTA 6 exists and it's only the story, is it a disappointment?
Not for me.
If the story's good.
Yeah, the story's good. It's not for me. It's not a disappointment for me.
Even though I hear there's a ton of things that you can do, GTA 6 supposed to resemble more 5M.
Allegedly.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need you to explain that a little bit. GTA 6 is supposed to resemble more 5M than GTA 5 Online.
Because they bought the 5M company.
Right. But is the base game supposed to resemble 5M more?
No, I don't think so.
Or is the GTA 6 online supposed to resemble more of the GTA 5 online? You know what I'm saying?
think you're
Short
saying
sentences is not
online.
giving us an explanation for me to be able to read out so that I understand exactly the message that you're giving us. So a yes is kind of not really answering the question because I've said multiple things.
Now, my question is, when you say it's similar, do you mean that like it's gonna have dedicated servers like 5M did, or like what?
That right.
Like, is it gonna have like
Loon
support for
said to
doing-
me, GTA 5 Online felt like a let's try this and see what happens instead of we made this with a real plan.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
think of it, yeah, it does. Because like when 5 Online first came out, like the heists weren't there. You had like race mode, like you had like the
Right.
match, they had the deathmatch mode. It was
You
like
had all these activities the same way with Red Dead Online when
It
they
was like an
first came out.
upgraded version. It was like an upgraded, more open world version of GTA 4 on GTA 4's online. For those who might have played it.
yeah.
Eating mechanics, cart customization. I don't know what MLOS is.
We have to.
Yeah, but I hear you got
That's
eating mechanics
speculation,
and
though.
stuff. But that was in GTA. That was in San Andreas.
and that's speculation though, because like
the
buying
problem is
CF
we can speculate all we want until we actually see stuff.
Yeah,
I don't. That's why I'm trying to sit and speculate on stuff too much. Just
Yeah.
based on like
buying 5M guys doesn't mean that they did it with the aspect of wanting to add in that stuff into
yeah, especially because they might have just bought the 5M guys just to get rid of competition.
exactly. There you go.
Or to cash in on their most profitable end of the marketplace.
Yeah, because you got people out here bragging about making $10 million a month off of their 5M servers. Thanks a lot, guys, for that, by the way. You guys can't just shut up and enjoy what you got. You gotta brag to everybody. Oh, my server's making like 5 million a month.
Man, you could not have waterboarded that information out of me.
Like, why the fuck? Like, come on, man. Thanks is moving silence. Jesus Christ. This whole generation, bro, just like, let me just be loud about my illicit actions instead of just shutting up.
But I mean, that's what got 5M bought. I mean, they were even.
I really do think that.
Probably.
But certain rappers have, their 5M servers, and they just openly just like, I'm making so much money off of this. It's like, dude, you didn't.
So basically, 5M is going for realistic life sim. GTA Online is arcade sandbox, and I think GTA 6 is going to lean more towards realistic than arcade sandbox.
That is giving them a lot of credit, and assuming that they bought CFX specifically for that reason. I don't think so. I think it is a money thing because they are, at the end of the day, a business. And if they're missing an extra 5 million a month because some asshole wants to brag about that shit on the internet, what are you gonna do? Buy the company that allows them to make that 5 million a month.
Loon said GTA is not going to real life sim.
That's how I feel. I mean, I could be wrong. And Tay could be right. But I don't think that. I don't believe no mega corporation has intentions of improving.
So the
shit
numbers
like
never
that.
the numbers never actually came out. It's estimated they paid the CFX team $20 million.
So they were already leaning towards it with Red Dead
nothing.
Redemption 2.
That's 2 weeks of GTA
Yeah,
5 and RE2 revenue.
So with Red Dead Redemption 2, and if they were leaning towards it with Red Dead Redemption 2, the one thing that I will say is that I don't think that Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually comparable.
You know,
what I mean? Like,
nearly the same amount of profit.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that that's a
I was
comparable.
like,
It's like it makes like 8%, the make 8%. How much?
If
8%. Yeah, GTA is making 10 million a week, bro.
Yeah.
9.59 million a week, but still 10 million a week. It's crazy. Either way, I think that that's a good point for us to leave off. So I'll leave you guys with a couple of questions. Does GTA 6 have more pressure than we think? Do bigger budgets mean bigger games or better games? Because those are both actual questions that matter. Because just because you have a bigger budget doesn't mean your game is bigger. But is bigger better? And you know, can GTA 6 fail? I know we keep asking this question. This is probably going to be one of the last times we have an opportunity to talk about GTA 6 before its supposed release date. But I can assure you, if it does not come out in November of this year, I promise you we are going to tear Rockstar apart.
yeah. They playing games.
Has the most pressure on it. We did state that they spent over $2 billion developing this game, and they have a monster like GTA 5 that they're riding on the coattails of that's making $10 million a week. They're not sunsetting and have not sunset GTA 5 yet. So yes, GTA 6 does have an immense amount of pressure on them. And to be honest with you, I really think this game could make or break the company. This game could end up bankrupting Rockstar. I don't know that that's true, but that's my guess. With as much as they're hoping for. Like that get back has to be fast.
It doesn't it doesn't particularly have to be fast. It just has
For them to
to.
make the money that
They have to budget. They have to budget properly enough with their currently GTA Online to coast a little bit in preparation to replace GTA Online. I think they've already done the numbers. I'm pretty sure that they've done the numbers.
V said, I
Yeah,
bet
like-
money they're going to release a delay message towards the end of the summer. We'll see. We will see.
I honestly don't think it's coming out this year, in my opinion. I think they're going to push it back to 2027.
Yeah, we will see.
Like, because they're shooting for what? What is it? December?
They said
November.
They said by end of fiscal quarter 3, whatever it was.
Fiscal quarter 3 or just Q3? Because
It's
Q3
Q3.
is literally October.
I think by summer.
They said the end of that fiscal quarter, because I remember I made the joke in our group chat. It's like they're gonna release that shit like September 30th because that's the last day, or whatever 31st, whatever the last day of that fiscal cycle is. It's gonna that. I was like that still falls into the window of
End of fiscal.
I'm telling you,
quarter 3.
I think what they're gonna do is summer. They're gonna announce a delay.
So they're gonna announce what?
They're gonna announce a delay by summer.
Okay,
we
yeah,
don't have no gameplay footage,
this is true.
so I don't think it's coming out this year. I could be
All
wrong.
right.
I
So
wanna be
that's our
wrong.
final question. Do you think GTA 6 is actually coming out this year?
Hell no.
Anyway,
Nope.
let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in whichever opportunity or whichever way that you think we will get, or that you think we'll get it. Discord, Instagram, TikTok. Send us a comment. Send us a like.
Again, they didn't sunset, so
But either way, we thank you very much for joining us today. There are going to be a whole lot of speculations about GTA 6. But for now, what I want to do is I want to leave you guys with our normal message. If there's ever anything that you want to achieve, all you got to do is press the start button. Till next time, we out.